Hi everyone, welcome to this new video about MLflow. In today's video we are going to explore different operations that we can perform using the MLflow client in the model registry. So let me start by sharing the script I have prepared for this video. During this video we are going to be performing the following operations: creating a registered model, creating a model version, transitioning a model version, deleting the model version, and deleting the registered model. All of this using the MLflow client API. So the first thing that I'm going to do here, as you can see, I'm just creating an experiment. In this case, it's called model registry. And here, I'm going to import the client, MLflow client, right? I'm going to create a new client, and I'm going to define a name for the model. So this is basically the name of the model that we are going to register in the model registry. And the first operation is to create a registered model. And to do so, we only have to use the method create registered model and provide the model name. There are more parameters that we can provide here. We can provide description and tags, but we are not going to do that today. I'm going to do that in a different video. Today, I'm just creating the registered model. So let's run this code and let's look at the interface. Here in models, we can see that we have a new registered model. There are no versions, no tags, and no description. So let's go and create a first version of this model. To do so, I'm just going to comment this. I can use the client API and create model version. And in this case, I had to provide the name, which is going to be model name, then source, which is going to be source, and run ID as minimum parameters. We can provide also description and tags, but we are not going to provide metadata in this video. So source is a string, and basically this refers to the location of the artifact, the model that we want to register. The run ID is the identifier of the run inside an experiment. So let's go to this model registry experiment and get that information from there. So I'm going to go to experiments, then model registry, again here, and let's say that I want to register this artifact. So this artifact contains an MLflow model. In this case, we want to register this artifact under a different name because here is already registered as random forest regressor. So I'm going to copy the source, which is this path, right? The source and the run ID here. So this is the minimum information that we had to provide. Let's run this code. And let's go to models, then register model. And here we can see the first version number 1. Okay, as we can see here, the stage is none. None is a kind of development environment. Now we have also staging. And staging is basically a stage between development and production. So basically, staging is the environment in which you want to test your model before deploying it to production. Because production is the environment in which the model is going to be consumed by, the final user, business people, stakeholders, the people that are interested in that model. So now, okay, staging can be also interpreted as a kind of QA, in which we can test the model. So let's transition this version from none to staging. And to do so, it's very simple, the API, client.transition model version stage. And in this case, we have to provide name, model name, the version that we want to move, and stage equals to, in this case, staging. Right, so let's run this code. Okay, now it's in none, and after transitioning the model, we have staging. Let's create another version, um, meaning that let's run this code again. Now, since we are providing the same model name, MLflow will create a version number 2 for this model automatically. So I'm going to run that code, and once this line is done, I'm going to have version 2. Let's say that I want to move version 2 to staging. So I'm going to run this code, go to the interface, and here we have version 2. Now let's say that this model is the latest model, and we are ready to move this model to production, meaning that we want people to use this model. I'm going to transition this version 2 from staging to production. To do so, I'm going to specify the version, and in this case, it's production. Now I'm going to comment this code because otherwise MLflow will create another version. So let's run this code. And here we can see, okay, production. Now, okay, this model is okay. But now we have this model in staging, and we don't need this model anymore. So what we can do is to move this model from staging to archive. So that model was version 1, and the stage is going to be archived. So let's run this code. And here we can see, okay, maybe it failed. Let me check the model. Archived, value must be maybe, sorry, it was a typo. Now let's run this code again. And archived. Okay, now, okay, we don't need this model anymore, right? So it's okay to delete this version. Let's delete version 1 of the register model 1. So to do so, I'm going to use the following method, delete model version. Very simple. Name equals model name and the version that we want to delete, in this case, number 1. If I refresh this page, okay, there is no version 1. Now, let's try to delete the registered model using the client. Client.delete register model. And in this case, I can provide the name of the model. Let's run this code. Okay, page not found makes sense because there is no more registered model 1. So that was everything for today. In the next video, we are going to explore more methods. We're going to see, for example, how to add metadata to the model. For example, adding description to the model, adding tags, adding metadata to the version of the model, description and tags, using the MLflow API. So thank you for watching this video and see you in the next one.